The old Mirpur Asylum closed in 1987. Nobody talks about why. I learned the truth 3 months ago, and I haven't slept properly since. My name doesn't matter anymore. What matters is what I found in the basement of that rotting building and what followed me home. It started when my friend Razib dared me to spend a night inside. We were urban explorers, stupid kids with cameras chasing thrills in abandoned places. The asylum had been empty for 38 years. Vines crawled through shattered windows. The air inside tasted like rust and decay. We went in at midnight. The ground floor was what you'd expect. Overturned gurneys, scattered medical files, graffiti on the walls. But there was something else. A smell. Sweet and rotten, like flowers growing on a corpse. Razib wanted to leave after 20 minutes, but I saw the basement door. It was newer than everything else. Clean hinges, a fresh padlock that someone had already cut through. "Don't," Razib whispered. His voice was shaking, but I was already pulling the door open. The stairs went down into absolute darkness. My flashlight barely penetrated it. The beam just stopped, like the darkness was something solid. I went down anyway. 43 steps. I counted each one. The temperature dropped with every footfall until I could see my breath crystallizing in the air. At the bottom, I found the hallway. It stretched impossibly long, longer than the building above could contain. Doors lined both sides, each one identical. Each one standing open about 3 inches. And from behind every door came breathing. Not human breathing, too wet, too slow, like lungs filled with something thick. I should have run. God, I should have run. But the last door at the end of the hallway, it was closed, and carved into its surface was a single word in Bengali, Mukti, freedom. My hand touched the doorknob. It was warm, fever warm. The door opened by itself. Inside was a room I recognized, my childhood bedroom. Every detail perfect. The crack in the ceiling, my old cricket poster, even the brown stain on the carpet when I'd spilled tea when I was 7. But I was standing in the doorway, and I was also lying in the bed. The thing in my bed had my face. It sat up slowly, joints bending wrong, and smiled with too many teeth. "We've been waiting. The door has been open for so long," it said. I ran. Up those 43 steps, my flashlight swinging wild. Behind me came footsteps, dozens of them, hundreds, all perfectly synchronized. I burst through the basement door into the ground floor. Razib was gone. His camera lay on the floor, still recording. I grabbed it and ran for the exit. But the building had changed. The hallways looped back on themselves. Every window showed the same courtyard from different angles, and in each reflection, I could see them gathering behind me. Things with stolen faces, things with borrowed bodies. I finally found a window I could break through, cut my arms on the glass, didn't care. I ran through that overgrown courtyard and didn't stop until I reached the street. The sun was rising. I'd been inside for 7 hours, though it felt like 20 minutes. I went home, locked every door, watched Razib's camera footage. The recording showed me going down those stairs. It showed the hallway, the doors, all of it. But when I entered that last room, the camera captured what I couldn't see. Behind me, on every step I'd climbed, something had been following. A figure with my exact face mimicking my movements 1 second behind, its mouth opening wider and wider, impossibly wide. The video ended with it looking directly into the camera. Then it spoke. "Thank you for opening the door. We can visit now." That was 3 months ago. Since then, I've noticed things. My reflection moves slightly wrong. Sometimes it blinks when I don't. Sometimes it smiles. Last week, my mother asked me why I come home so late every night. I told her I don't. I've been home by 6 every evening. She showed me the CCTV footage from our building's entrance. Every night, at 3 a.m., I walk into our building. But I'm already home, already asleep. I've started sleeping with the lights on. It doesn't help. Because last night, I woke up at 3:47 a.m. to find someone standing at the foot of my bed. It had my face, my exact face, but its eyes were wrong. Too dark, too deep, like looking into that basement hallway. It leaned close and whispered, "Your turn to stay. We need the door kept open." It climbed into bed beside me. I felt it press against my back, cold and wrong, and it wrapped its palms around me like a lover. I couldn't move, couldn't scream. It breathed against my neck, that wet, slow breathing I'd heard behind all those doors. "Tomorrow," it whispered, "you go back down. Tomorrow, you keep the door open while we walk up, just 43 steps, just one night." It smiled against my skin. "Then you can have your life back. Then you can be you again." When I woke this morning, there were muddy footprints leading from my bed to the front door, size 9, my size. And in the mirror, my reflection stood while I sat. It waved. I waved back, but my hand felt like someone else was moving it. Tonight is the night it wants me to return. I can feel the pull, like a fishhook buried in my chest, reeling me back toward that asylum, back toward those stairs. Part of me wants to go. That part grows larger every hour, because I'm starting to forget which one is really me, the one typing this, or the one I see standing behind me in every reflection, mouth opening wider, wider, impossibly wide. If you're reading this, stay away from the old Mirpur Asylum. The door in the basement is still open, and they're still waiting for visitors. They're always waiting.